Welcome my friends, I am Miranda and you're here with my yoga. Today we're just doing a short little video, kind of a quick full body stretch, a little warm up for you. All you really need is going to be water with you today, and you might not even need that, but it's always a good idea to have it nearby. If this is your first time practicing with me, please look in the description below this video, find a link for a separate video called Tips for a Safe Yoga Practice, and watch that first. We're going to all meet in standing position. Your feet are going to be about 3 feet wide, hands on your hips. I'll meet you there. All right, everyone. Feet are parallel, about 3 feet apart. Hands are on your hips. We're going to do some lovely little hula hoop circles. I love those guys, I know. So we're going to be your mirror. We're going to start over on the right side. So on your next exhale, tip over. Try to imagine that you're in this like plane here where there's a wall behind you and ball in front of you so you don't collapse forward or back. Just doing a lateral bend at first. Inhale here. We're going to move in a clockwise direction. So take a breath in. Exhale. When your torso moves forward, you want to think about your lower body moving in the opposite direction. So you're getting a full body stretch. Moving with the breath. Exhale when your upper body goes forward, and inhale when it comes back up. Going into that slight back bend when you move to the back, of course. And maybe just taking one more slow circle here. All meeting over on the right side for a moment. And then inhale, come up to standing, and exhale, tip over to the left. This is like the little teapot tipping over is what I always think of when I do this. So hold here for a moment. And then we're going to be moving in the counterclockwise direction for this side. So on your next exhale, start to fold forward, moving in that counterclockwise motion. Inhale when you come up. Now this is a slow, controlled movement, and you're moving with the breath. But if it feels really good in one spot, you're of course free to stop there, hold that spot that you really love, and then continue the movement when you're ready. Taking a few more here. It's just a nice little simple way to begin to warm up all the parts of your body. Next time that you reach over to the left-hand side, go ahead and take your pause there. Going into the lateral bend. And then inhale, come up. Walk those feet together. We're going to go into kind of a forward fold back bend motion here. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this. We're going to bring the feet so they're pretty close together. And then you're going to bring your hands to your lower back. I want your fingers pointed down to the earth, supporting your lumbar spine here. Elbows are drawing back. And then on that next inhale, stand up really nice and tall. And exhale, push into the hands, making a supported back bend. Think about shining that heart up to the sky. This is focus into the upper back. Your lower back is supported. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, go into that Uttanasana forward fold. So releasing the back here. You can either sway a little side to side, or maybe walk the fingertips a little bit if you like. Just getting a little bit of a twist here. Maybe if you'd like for the last few moments, you can work the hands under the feet if you have that little flexibility, getting a bit of a wrist stretch. So the palms of your hands are against the soles of the feet, pushing into the toes, stretching the wrist. And then release the hands one at a time. Next, we're going to be moving to chair pose, which is a great warm-up, great strengthener. So bringing those feet together, squeezing the legs together. You're going to start to sit back. You don't want your knees going beyond those toes. You can kind of keep your eyes down, make sure that doesn't happen. Lower the seat. And then when you reach that maximum you can hold, inhale, swoop the arms forward. So they're about 45 degrees. They're not up by your ears, pinching your neck, pinching your shoulders. Drawing those palms so they're facing each other. Squeezing the glutes, working those gorgeous booties. Hold in the seat. Inhale, swoop the arms back. Exhale, down and lift them back up. Last breath here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Very nice. Slight bend in the knees to take the pressure out of the lower back. Start to draw the hands up the fronts of the legs. Squeezing the shoulders up at the top, rolling them back. Two more of those. 3 total shoulder rolls. Last one to the front and back. We're going to move up, strengthening those ankles and those calves. Got to do our tippy toes. So you can keep those feet pretty close together, give you a little bit of space maybe for some more stability. And then inhale, swing the arms up, coming up on the balls of the feet. Holding here. If you come out of this, if you wobble, it's fine. Just come up again when you can. Squeezing the calves, strengthening the ankle joints, maybe moving the fingers and the wrist here as well. Working all the joints in the hands. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Hands come back down. Shoulder rolls in the opposite direction, guys. So inhale, roll them back. Exhale to the front. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale, release. Turning back towards you so you can see this a little better. We're going to go into standing uttanasana, like with a twist. So open those feet up a little wider than the hips. Not as wide for hula hoops, but a little wider. Hands come to the hips. And on the next exhale, start to bend down. Come down halfway. So you're making this flat back here. You're still getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings, but I really want you to think about your core for this part of this practice. So really pull in the navel towards the spine, activating your core muscles, giving that nice strong core cylinder here at the base of your body. And then you're going to drop, I'll be your mirror again, drop the left hand towards the outside of that right ankle. Now you can stay here, this is level 1. Level 2 is going to be to float that right hand up to the sky with the palm facing back and then peeling that right shoulder up. Level 3 will be into that little arm bind kind of thing, crossing the hand behind the back so that the right hand comes to the front of that left hip crease. Holding on to the left leg, pulling that right shoulder, looking up at the sky, whatever level you're at, getting a beautiful twist here, as well as the forward fold. Not letting your core be lazy here, keeping it active. And then if you're in that little bind, go ahead and release the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, draw the right hand to the left hip. Bringing that left hand to the hip, come back to your flat back. Again, very active core here, pulling in the belly button. And now going to the opposite side. So right hand comes to the outer left ankle, holding here, staying here for level 1, floating that left arm up for level 2, or going, bending that left elbow, crossing it behind the back towards that right hip. Either way, you're going to think about twisting the torso, peeling that left shoulder open. Again, making very deep exhalations, pulling in the belly button. On that next inhale, float that hand up if you were in the arm bind, and exhale, draw it back to the hip. Both hands come to the hips, bend the knees slightly, roll yourself up, stacking the vertebrae on top of each other. And at the top, settling in. Walking the feet together. For our final part, we're actually going to be down on the mats on our bellies, so I will meet you in a prone position. Everyone meeting here on the bellies on the mat. We're going to do a little cobra work, kind of doing a bit more of a back bend, strengthening our abdominal muscles, and working a little into the shoulders. So go ahead and drop the hands under the shoulders, forehead comes down to the mat. Now I'm going to show you the basic cobra here first. Just pushing into the hands, draw yourself up. Keep your hips down so that the upper body is being pulled back. Your legs are together, toes are pointed back. Basic Bhujangasana, elbows are kept close to the ribs. If you want to go into a little bit of a twist, release yourself down and then draw the hands out perpendicular from the body. Pushing into the fingertips, you're going to again inhale, rise up, and then exhale, go into that twist. Lowering one shoulder down at a time when you go forward. Inhale up, exhale, opposite shoulder moves forward. So whichever one you're feeling, moving through cobra, either twisted cobra, regular cobra, toes stay pointed back. You try to keep those legs as tight together as you can. If you're in that regular cobra, be mindful of those elbows. Keep them close to the sides of the body. Moving through a few more moments of these, just warming up the back a bit more. One last one. And then we're all going to meet in Balasana. So child's pose, releasing yourself down, hands come to the mat. Push yourself up, open the knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch. Just sitting back into child's pose for a moment to release that lower back work. Release the forehead down to the mat. Taking a moment here. And if this feels good, you want to stay. Obviously, you can stay in child's pose, but I do want to show you that lovely yoga conditioning movement that I promised at the beginning of this practice. So a lot of times in especially quick vinyasa flows, they're going to tell you about hopping or stepping the feet back. This is going to train your body. If you struggle with that movement, it's going to train you for it. And it's a great strengthener. It's a great warm-up, like cardio kind of building warm-up. So I'm going to show this to you. I'll show you the basic way first. So if you're just starting out, this is what you'll do. Come to a seated position in the middle of the mat. Wrap your arms around your legs. And then on your next exhale, you're going to roll back. You want to be in the middle because you want to make sure you have space both ways. Don't hit anything. So exhale, roll back. Inhale, come up, cross the ankles, plant the palms to the mat, shoulder width distance apart, step 1 foot back at a time to plank. Okay, I'll show that again. Going really slow for people who are kind of new to this. So middle of the mat, arms around the legs. Inhale, exhale, roll back. Inhale up, cross the ankles, palms down, step back, plank. Okay? So practicing that, if you're newer to yoga, just practice that movement for a while so you kind of get that feeling of rolling forward and shooting the legs back. You'll build up to this. And I know some people that still have trouble with this, they get a little off balance or something, so you just have to keep practicing it. So it starts off the same though. Inhale here. Exhale, roll back. Inhale to the front, jump back to plank. Okay, again. Come to the middle of the mat. Moving into the spinal roll. And back to plank. So the nice thing about this is from plank, which is a glorious pose in and of itself, you can take your vinyasa, which is what I'm going to do now. So exhale when you come down. Inhale, swim through. Exhale, down dog. Come back down to the mat. And I'll show you that whole sequence really fast. It's a great warm-up, kind of get your whole body moving, get your heart rate up a little bit. Doing them several times, as much as you like. All right, arms crossed in front, roll back, inhale up, plank, take a vinyasa, inhale, exhale, down dog. Again, you can stop here, roll back, inhale up, plank, take the vinyasa, inhale, exhale, down dog. So that is it. And it's just a fun little way to move around, get a little crazy on the mat, strengthening our shoulders, strengthening our legs, our whole body really. And it really does come in handy, especially if you start to enjoy vinyasa classes, which are awesome. All right? So I hope you liked this with me today, guys. If you did enjoy your time, feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. leave any feedback you wish, and I will look forward to seeing you again on the mat very soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, guys. Namaste.